During this week's video, we build DIY high lift jack mounts on the off-road Jeep. And we bring the off-road Jeep to a car show. Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna take the off-road Jeep, the Grand Cherokee, to a car show. There's a local car show in town, and it's at, you know, a higher end golf course in town.
Look who's here, Will.
Hey! Who is he?
I have a feeling that there's gonna be some pretty fancy cars there. We have some other cars that I could take, my Cutlass, my dad's Fitty, Fleetline. What else we got? A couple trucks. But I thought, what if a guy just rolls up in an off-road Jeep to a car show? So that's what we're doing. But it's about 90 degrees, bunch of humidity in the air. Time to take off the winter doors and put on the half doors for the car show. And I want to test out something with some car cribs and see what it would look like if we showed up to the car show and did a little poser mode. Yeah, flex it at the car show. Well, we got the doors off, we got the half doors on, and our one red mirror. Those mirrors take a lot of abuse out in the woods, but man, they take a lot of abuse. I've had this off-road rig for 4 or 5 years, and that's the first time I've had to replace a mirror on one. And they just slap in the woods, right off of trees. But I cannot go off-roading without mirrors. I love my side mirrors. So, had to get one from a guy locally here. He knows who he is, and we appreciate him. He gave us a good deal on that mirror. But look at what's going on here. We got the BADLAND jack doing some sketchy stuff. Got the wheel crib. Yeah. I think that'd look pretty sick at a car show. That BADLAND jack is... they're made for this kind of stuff. That is super sketchy, and the BADLAND jack is liking every minute of it. So let's let the jack down and see what this poser mode's gonna look like, huh? Think we should rock this at the car show tomorrow? Yeah, I'm liking this. We could even rock the hub lights if we wanted at the car show. Should we turn those on? Sadly, I think a couple of those bulbs are out, which is super sad because those lights aren't very old. Well, this side looks good, but yep, there's 2 out on that one. Yeah, I don't know if we need to rock the lights. I mean, they're kind of cool. Actually, they're way brighter in person than on camera. Camera doesn't justify how bright those are. Well, at least the light with 4 lamps. Now that we've had our little fun, I think we should take the wheel crib back off, let the Jeep down, find a home for this jack inside the cab. We got the BADLAND jack mounted. Come inside the Jeep tour. This gets real fancy in here. So we got the BADLAND jack mounted with a strap. I think my brother put this bracket in here already for the cooler. You just snuck the handle underneath the jack and cinched it down. But let's go look at the other side. It gets real hillbilly on this side. Got some leftover L bracket there where that L bracket stuff that you mount your garage door opener on. I had some of that left over. It'll work for now. Some self tappers. This whole floor in the back of this Jeep needs to go bye-bye. So eventually, someday, like this bumper. Let me show you what happened here. If you go to the back side of the Jeep here, we got the bumper here, you know, the Goldie theme that we got going on for this Jeep. But when you get under here, she gets real ugly because this frame is really rusty and now busted. So we got that going on. So I need to repair that. They make patch kits where you can repair the back of this frame, which are pretty reasonable actually, but I'm really wanting the back half this Jeep. Will that happen? Probably not this year. The buggy build going on. But look what's going on this side of the Jeep. Just more rust and more extreme, like no floor. But we got somewhat of a frame, what's left of it. But for now, we'll just run it. When I can get back to my garage, it's right back there, but it's full of a garage sale right now, so that's why I'm in the backyard doing my thing. So whenever we get back in the garage and maybe reach out to Mountain Vista and see if they want to do a little video with us doing the patch kit or the frame stiffener, whatever you want to label it. For us, it's going to be a patch kit, but you know, if your ZJ's not already rusted through, then it would be a stiffener, which technically it's still a stiffener, but for our case, patch kit. So that little jack action tie down will work for now. I have this high lift jack that was mounted on my Jeep Liberty sitting around, so I thought, man, that would look kind of cool for the show tomorrow, but I have no way to mount it, right? So I was looking at some wheel studs, and now I just have to find a plate, and we can build a plate and then just do some rib nuts on the hood. Think so? Yeah. I'm losing daylight, but here's the idea I got going on. I think it's 1 by 1 square tubing here. So I think we could doctor this up to hold our studs. So we drill a hole through here and through the bottom, and then the stud would sit up through there. And then we could 45 these, and then the bolts that go in the hood would be out here. The vision's all up in here. But do I have the time to cut it tonight without a garage and lights? And I'm losing daylight, so this might be a morning thing. Or do some cutting, throw some sparks at night. Well, that's not a bad start. I'm gonna deburr these ends a little bit with the tool that I have on the garage sale right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it around. I put 10 bucks on it, but it works pretty well. So deburred this end already. Check it out. So now I just gotta cut this in half so we can make 2 of these. There we go. We just gotta drill 4 holes. Yeah, we gotta drill 4 holes, a couple holes in the hood, some nut certs. We got a bracket. We're gonna do that in the morning. We are back at it this morning. Got the jack mocked up. Got the rib nut, some bolts. And the jack is looking center-ish. So I think it's time to mark some holes and commit to drilling some holes in this hood. I'm not too concerned if I miss the mark or if I scratch this hood at all. There's a whole patch job of Bondo on this front hood, and it's seen some damage out in the woods where you got hood pins in here. She's scratched and weathered. This rig isn't going to SEMA anytime soon, or if ever. So let's drill some holes in our DIY hand jack, handyman jack mounts, where we got this marked is gonna be legit or not. I should probably open the hood and see if this will work, but we'll just go for it. We have the first 2 bolts in. These rib nuts are legit. If you don't have a rib nut tool in your life, you're missing out. Might not hold down in a hurricane or anything, but they're pretty legit. I drilled a hole through the hood. They even go all the way through. This hood actually has the insulation underneath the hood yet, which is pretty surprising for what it is. So let's mark 2 more holes and see if we can get these brackets on, because we got a car show to get to. There we go. Get the high jack mounts mounted. There's a little bit of gap under there because of the wheel stud coming through, and I have no access to my welder right now. So I just put a spacer underneath these bolts. Yeah, it's for, you know, water and snow and mud can wash out from underneath there. Technically, I should probably throw some silicone or throw some rubber washers under there, and then take them off and paint them. And will that ever happen? Not today, because we got to put the high jack lift on the Jeep and get to the car show. The high lift jack is mounted. It couldn't turn out any better. Man, it looks good up there. Very nice. Now it's car show time. Let's go. Bubba said we should have parked the Jeep on this big hill here.